starting lineup for UVM. Goalie number 1, Cam Earl. Left defense, 13, Kevin Portanowski. Right defense, 25, Robin Chap. Left wing number 2, Nick Levinsky. Center, 14, Mike Lee. Right wing, 5, Madison Murray. Now for the starting lineup of RPI, goal number 33, Austin Percy. Now we have left defense, 19, Josh. Right defense, 18, Brett Rooney. And left wing, number 11, Sam Mannion. Center number 4, Tanner Richardson. And right wing, number 16, Jordan Smith. Please rise for the national anthem of Canada and then the U.S. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Houston Fieldhouse, where the RPI engineers will be hosting the University of Vermont Catamounts. Here is today's starting lineup for UVM. Goalie number 1, Cam Earl. Left defense, 13, Kevin Portanowski. Right defense, 25, Robin Chap. Left wing number 2, Nick Levinsky. Center, 14, Mike Lee. Right wing, 5, Madison Murray.
First period action, RPI and Vermont from the Houston Fieldhouse. It's RPI ACHA hockey on RPI TV. The Engineers sporting their brand new whites with the Rensselaer seal on the chest. And we have a penalty coming up against RPI. 8:46 to go first period. It's going to go on number 17, Bobby Trudeau. A freshman, 6 foot, 185 pounds. He will head to the box. Looks like a hook, I think. Nope, it's not going to be Trudeau. It's going to be Mike Bibby. Another freshman, 6 foot, 185, to the penalty box here. So power play for the Catamounts. These two teams used to be ECAC hockey foes, the varsity clubs, of course, before Vermont went to Hockey East. Sorting things out here power play-wise. There's a referee over at the box, at the scorer's box here, trying to sort things out. Season opener for both teams. Can't believe it's hockey season already. But here we are. Penalty finally sorted out. But I can't figure out the board. So 6:46. Keep that in mind, folks, when Bibby is out of the box. Played by the goaltender, that's Earl, Cam Earl, from Columbia, Connecticut. Engineers will try to ring it around, but it will be kept in. This is Peter Block for Vermont. Now a wrist shot coming, blocked in front. But it wasn't Block's shot who was blocked, or was it? We'll have fun with that one today. Peter Block with it. Up ahead for Harrison Naylor. He gets hit, but the Catamounts still into the zone. Potential 3-on-2 here, deflected over the top of the cage. Good stick by the Engineer penalty killer. That was Brett Rooney who did the job, and the Engineers are able to clear. All the way down, stopped up by Earl. Now Vermont just trying to get out of their own end. Another minute to go in the power play for the Catamounts. Into the zone. Drop pass into the slot. Backhanded but not out. To the tape, a shot is blocked. Top of the circle. Poor clearance there. Piotrowski nearly made the Engineers pay. Now a diving effort. Puck to center. All the way out and back to their own blue line are the Catamounts. Corbin Robichaud into the RPI zone to wrap it around to the corner. Pinned against the wall. Engineers trying to clear, and they do. Rooney all the way down once more. Earl stops it there, and the Vermont team will take over once again. Is Robichaud, defenseman from Hingham, Vermont. Into the zone, it's carried in. Ferguson. Circle shot. That one skimmed wide of RPI goalie out. It's going to be Austin Egri, who's in there for the Engineers to start the season. Due partially, in fact, to another club hockey goaltender. ACHA goalie going to the varsity side. One-timer in front is blocked. Spin pass to the near side, thrown right through the top of the crease. Bouncing in front, and he couldn't get his stick on it there. It was Jordan Smith. Another one of these freshmen for RPI. There's a good number of talented young players on this RPI ACHA team. Plenty to be excited about. There's one of the talented veterans going after the puck. That was Sam Mannion, whose hair is in pure mid-season form, if not postseason form, for RPI here. Backhanded behind the cage, picked up by Danny Egner. He'll work it up the wall, and a potential 2-on-2 into the zone. Smith takes it wide, had it knocked away by Nathan Marsh. Hit along the boards, Engineers do keep it in. Olivieri, that's Louis Olivieri, around to the far side, pitching up the wall now. as Egner keeps it in the zone. Egner all the way behind the net. He takes a bump from Marsh. They're pinned against the wall now. Olivieri can't control. Skated away by Mike Hayden. Mount Vernon, New Hampshire native. Shot all the way back into the RPI zone. Egri stops it there. Tie up along the far side, it's Josh Hewitt. Over to Adam Hennick, he gets knocked down. Broken up. Nick Levinsky. He's tied up as he tried to take it into the corner by Hewitt. Shot from the point, his body's in front, not out of the zone. Rister coming, that one deflects wide. Into the near side. Carried behind the cage. It'll be Hennick moving it to center. Hard pass onto the tape. Into the zone is DeVault. Toe drag, centering pass. And that one's swept away by the defense. Good setup there by the Engineers. As DeVault is a very good passer of the puck. Nearly set up one of his teammates in front of the goal. There's a Catamount way offside, so they can't enter the zone. They finally do, but it's picked up by Rooney. Rooney played behind for Bibby. And now up the far wall, pass behind DeVault. Chopped at up the wall. Slap shot coming, saved by Egri. Caroms off the glass behind the goal. Bibby, stick handling, flips it around. It'll be corralled there by DeVault. Trying to move it out to center, glove down, and shot back into the RPI zone. Swatted at, but DeVault can't control. There's a tie up in front of the RPI. Solid hit behind the goal by Bobby Trudeau. Applying some solid pressure. Trying to force a turnover. Now we have a whistle, and a penalty is going to be a hooking call going on the Engineers with 2:27 left in the period. So a lot of good work, but a little bit too much stick work. Will cost another power play, another penalty against RPI. Power play chance for the Catamounts here. And in an important spot in any game. Final 2 minutes. And a scoreless one here. Hewitt can't clear. Spins back, and second effort does the job all the way down. Here comes Vermont on the breakout. Knocked down there by Olivieri. He was spun down, and now we're going to get a slash. So Louis Olivieri draws the penalty. It makes it a very short power play, just 22 seconds of man advantage time for, or 21 seconds according to the scoreboard to my left. Power play time here. So the Engineers will have a very brief 21-second power play at the end of this period, as the penalty came with about a little over 2 minutes to go. 4-on-4 hockey here, and now a chance to break. Rooney trying to back check, and we have a penalty coming. Shot over the top of the net. Vermont still on it. Goaltender Earl to the bench. As a slapper was maybe blocked, Rooney got down in front of it. And we're going to have a holding call, and they're going to get Josh Hewitt here, who's trying to deny a potential break chance. It was kind of a one-on-one, maybe almost a one-on-0. As Mike Hayden had gotten loose for Vermont, and the Engineers were trying to catch him. And they're going to take a penalty for it. So now another power play. 4-on-3 for another minute 16 before we have a brief 4-on-4 situation, and then more power play time. 5-on-4. I'll tell you all about it. Mannion to take the draw here against Kyle Nicholas of Vermont. Nice play by Mannion. He won the draw and then stole it away from the defender as well. Falling down as Cam Earl did a little dance for the fans here. Solid crowd for the home opener here at the Houston Fieldhouse. Cross ice pass in the circle. Nicholas back to the point. set up in a diamond here on the 4-on-3. Touch pass back to the high slot. That's Vaughn up there. Vaughn to the circle. Pass settled by Nicholas. Poke check, clear by DeVault all the way down. So the 3 penalty killers do their job. One change as Richardson comes on. Tip to the RPI line, trying to glove it down was Naylor. And now he goes into the wall with Rooney. Naylor goes down. Rooney tries to find the puck. He's double teamed. 20 seconds left of power play here. 4-on-3 at least. As it's shot all the way down by the Engineers. 40 seconds to go in the period. Block. Stick handling through center. Into the zone. Fed far side. Drop back. Pull the shot that deflected wide. Picked up here again by Block. Feeds it off to Levinsky. 4-on-4 here for essentially the rest of the period. Shot to the far post. Knocked down there by Rooney. Maybe one more chance to rush. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here comes Rooney. He's being hooked there. Driving the net. Tight angle shot save made by Earl. 10 seconds to go in the period. And now a chance the other way. Shot all the way down. This could be icing, in fact. And they wave it off as the race is won by Levinsky. I'm not sure that Bibby knew the situation. I think it might very well have been icing if he kept skating. But nevertheless, the period is over. No score after 20 minutes of the first game of the year. It's RPI and Vermont. You're watching ACHA hockey here on RPI TV. Double dip for the RPI TV folks today. They're up at the ECAV Stadium for Division III football. It was RPI and St. Lawrence in the Liberty League opener for both teams. The Saints came away with a 20-14 win. If you've watched that one and you're watching this one, you must love RPI Athletics, also RPI Club Sports. With that, we'll take a quick break and be back with the second period. Once again, your score after one is RPI nothing and Vermont nothing. underway in the second period. We'll have 15 seconds of power play time for Vermont. Catamounts have it in their own zone. Backhanded up the wall by Vaughn. Flipped up the wall. Engineers back in their own zone. It's Rooney. Whistle here, and an icing call on the Catamounts. A minute and a half into the second period. Both teams at 5 skaters aside. No score here, which is an oddity, as most ACHA games you'll see feature a very high number of goals. For a number of reasons. There's a shot from a tight angle and a good save by Earl. Denying Olivieri. Outlet pass to center, too far for the intended target. Looking for Nicholas. Engineers play it behind the goal. Bibby shoots it back around to the far side, not controlled by Egner. Whistle here, and a face-off coming. Puck held by Egri. Austin Egri, 5'11", junior. His numbers last year was 2-1 in 3 games, 320 goals against, and an .899 save percentage. Not a lot of action. As I mentioned, Liam McBain moved on to the varsity team. He'll be the 3rd goaltender for the Engineers, which start their season with an exhibition game next Sunday. We have a penalty, excuse me, not just a puck frozen. Penalty on Vermont. RPI power play here. Josh Hewitt across. Shot into the zone by Nick Ambry to the point. Shot near side, but nobody home as Ambry is center blue line. Now a near giveaway and a backhand chance never came. Short-handed for the Catamounts. Hewitt up ahead. Into the zone now. RPI back to their own zone. Moved up the wall. Trickled right through the top of the crease. Here is DeVault. Backing out of the corner. Now he moves it to the circle. Down low. Tip try by Olivieri. Comes off the glass. And he'll whip it back down low. Kyle DeVault once more. Indirect to the wall, to the point rather. Fed down low off the pad of Earl. Chopped to the near side, pinching up the boards is Bibby. Mike Bibby to the circle, good find. Wrist shot blocked, picked up. Rooney a try, that one sticked away. Good pressure on the power play here. 15 seconds left to go on it. Olivieri trying to center. Broken up by the stick of Vaughn. Oh, they can't clear. Hennick centering pass. One-timer blocked in front. Hennick again at the side of the cage. It's kicked away as the penalty expires. Out of the box comes Nicholas, but the Engineers still in the attack. Wraparound try. Net kicked off. We have a stoppage. Plenty of excitement here at the Houston Fieldhouse. 4.5 into the second period, but we have no score. Bouncing puck to center. Nicholas trying to track it down. Nice play by Bibby to swipe it away and sweep it into the zone. Puck behind the RPI net, nearly given away. It was given away. And a centering pass trickles all the way through. That was Trudeau, who mishandled the puck next to his net. Can't do that there. Rooney waiting, flipping up the glass out to center. Chipped ahead by Foster. But right back out to the neutral zone. A hit thrown by Bibby. Fans like that. Rooney lobbing to center ice. Controlled there by the Catamounts. Piotrowski. Stolen right back. Matt Foster all by himself in the offensive zone. Big hit thrown and kind of missed by Piotrowski. Sweeping into the zone, Hewitt. Good read there to keep the play alive in the offensive end. Hewitt behind the goal. Still Hewitt. Centering pass comes all the way through. And Vermont will move it out to center. Mannion cuts off the breakout attempt, but on come Vermont here. Centering pass. Good stick. Defensively. Flipped on goal anyway. As it was Egner who did the job defensively to deny the centering pass, or at least slow it down and break it up. Vermont back to its own zone. Played around behind the goal. Chip back by Smith. For RPI into the circle, knocked off the stick of Samuel Francis, and now it's stolen away on the intercept. It's Egner to the point, kept in, yes. The shot was blocked by Smith, and a second effort into the bench, and we'll have a whistle and a faceoff coming in the RPI zone. 13-10 left in a fast-paced second period. No score, RPI and the Vermont Catamounts. ACHA hockey, the season opener for both of these teams. September 24th. Seems a little bit too early for hockey. But why not? Longest NCAA season by far. And the ACHA team jumping at the chance here with an open ice sheet in the first weekend, regular season weekend of the year. 3-on-2 maybe for Vermont here. Wrist shot coming. Save by Egri, and he holds on to that one. He saw it all the way. Not a tough stop, but some action nonetheless. When you're goalie, you like to see some of those, especially if you haven't seen the puck in a while. Puck into the front of the net, kicked away by Rooney. Now stick handling Hennick, lost the puck, jumps right back on it. Hennick trying to go coast to coast there. Throws a shoulder into his man along the boards, thrown towards the net and behind it. Picked up here, Bibby. Takes a look up ice, shot. Comes off a skate all the way to the top of the circle. Turning and shooting was Olivieri. And he The second effort drops right back down. Tipped in front by Hennick and nearly found the far post there with a redirect. That puck's kicked by Olivieri, controlled by Vermont, and then Hennick just puts his man right nearly into the bench. That was Levinsky. Shot all the way down. This will be icing no, waved off. Rooney, he's tied up. Now in the slot, puck deflects off a stick. It ramped up a defenseman's stick into the netting. We'll have a stoppage, 11:37 left in the second. Chance to break, maybe no. Smith couldn't win the race down ice. There's a stop there by Egri. That one pushed just wide by Mannion. Foster touches up, and we're going to have a penalty coming up here. It's going to be a slash. I'll go on RPI. Vermont back to the man advantage. Or excuse me. Oh, it looks like it's to go on Vermont here, because it was Egri out of his net. I thought Foster was the one who touched it, which led me to believe it was an RPI penalty, but no. They're going to get Adam Vanes here. Power play for the Engineers. Big collision behind the goal. And it could not be cleared. Great play by Bibby. A shot right on and a save made by Earl. If he allowed any rebound, Olivieri was waiting. Also driving the net was Hennick. Big time stop there. It was almost a 3-on-1 down low. Engineers shooting on the play. Shot from the point, loose at the side of the net. Once again, it was Hennick and Olivieri causing problems, but it's cleared out to center. Race for the puck. Chance to break in, put wide. No real shot there from Hayden. He couldn't quite get it cleanly away before he went behind the goal. Picked up behind the cage once more. Here's Bibby. Another 52 seconds on the RPI power play. We are scoreless halfway through the game. Carrying behind, it's DeVault. Top of the circle now. Some room. Rooney in, waiting, shooting. It's blocked. Smith cycling for Richardson. Rooney settles a bouncing puck, wrists one on goal. Easy save as Earl saw it all the way. Face-off coming in the Vermont zone. Shot from the point, pad save, rebound still loose in front, jamming away at it. There was Richardson, still not out of there. And finally, dug loose, but Mannion jumps right back on it. Mannion back to the point, right through his man. It's taking his eye off the puck there was Ambry. 1 second, now 0. Giveaway by Hewitt, out of his net, no, chopped at. Hewitt got out of danger. Egri thought about coming out, shot in off the side of the cage, penalty again coming. This time it's going to go on RPI. Rister skips all the way through. Net comes off. Now we get a whistle. All kinds of things going on. And we're going to get to power play here for Vermont now with 8:21 on the clock in the second. So power play for the Catamounts. In the box is Ambry. Centering pass, well positioned there to clear. It was DeVault all the way down. That one trickles in on the side of the net. It was Egri. He covers up there. I'd like to welcome all of the RPI ACHA fans from all over the country. I know there's plenty of parents, some of these kids from near and far, the folks that aren't able to make it to tonight's game, also all the alums. The alumni base continues to grow. You're watching this RPI ACHA program, which really has been successful ever since it started. Shot across, and he couldn't connect. It was Nicholas who tried to hit a one-timer there. Not out of the woods yet. In on goal. Egri makes the stop, and he covers up. Club started, RPI as did, back in 2008 by Jeremy Kupal. Rob Chase was the vice president initially. The first season was actually a half year they played, not a full season. Kupal, of course, then went on to play for the varsity club here. And now finding success in the NHL as a staff now, I believe, of the Edmonton Oilers. He was with the Nashville Predators, doing some video work. But really not bad for a club that started about 8 years ago. Winning records just about every year, if not every year. The shot all the way down by Hewitt. Still 17 seconds to go on the Vermont power play. Shot around by Vaughn. Moved up the wall into the zone. Around to the corner, it's Levinsky. He's watched by Hewitt. Engineers back to full strength. 6:15 left in the second period. Still almost shocking that we don't have a goal yet. Now a 3-on-2 for RPI. Olivieri into the zone. Flips it across. And now we get a penalty at center ice as Hewitt was tangled up with Harrison Naylor. The Toronto, Ontario native is going to go off here. Naylor is continuing to plead his case. Engineers power play trying to break a deadlock here. 5:58 to go in the second period. RPI has its top 2 point getters back from last year in DeVault and Olivieri. Teo Camadillo, though, longtime goal scorer and assist man, is a wraparound try by Olivieri. Teo is gone. So they'll look to replace those 30 points. He actually had 19 goals, second on the team only to Olivieri. As here comes Rooney, and he wristed it wide. DeVault takes a hit. With a clearing effort, hits him in the shin pad. Teammate runs into him, Hennick, and the puck is out to center. Here's Bibby, stick handling. Bibby into the zone. Indirect behind the goal, now Olivieri. Fed to the point. Shot right down low. DeVault maybe looking for a tip, didn't get it. All the way back to the point once more. Rooney waiting. Slot, shot, pad save. Rebound put on goal again. Trickles just wide. Stuff attempt, they score! Louis Olivieri, a power play goal, and the Engineers are on the board. Persistent attack there. DeVault had the crack from the goal line extended. It wasn't a great angle, but he got the rebound he was looking for. Earl was sprawled out, nothing he could do. And Olivieri with the nice hands to work the puck back in front of the net and stick it home. So we do have a goal in this one. The Engineers have the lead. Olivieri, who I mentioned scored 20 times last year, has the first goal of 16-17 for RPI. Olivieri, a junior from Clarence, New York. Picks up that one. Engineer tripped up along the wall. Now a sprawling shot, loose at the side, swept away. Good defensive play there. Good awareness by Robichaud. Stick handling to center. Bumped off the play. Mannion with a not a lot on that, not a zip on the pass. Turned over the neutral zone. Move into the zone now. It's going to be Sullivan. Flipped on goal. Egri makes the glove save and holds on. 4 minutes to go in the second. We'll get you the full scoring at the break, as well as some stats. Bit rudimentary, as you could imagine here. Don't have all the bells and whistles of varsity statistics to bring you, but I'll give you what I can. Not that they're not being kept. I don't want to make it sound like I think the ACHA team actually keeps more stats than the varsity team in some cases. Here's a 2-on-1 maybe. Olivieri into the zone. Circle. Shot coming off the post. Had a man with him. It was DeVault. Probably made a smart choice. Looked like the one defender back kind of took away that passing angle. So he took the shot, just hit the outside of the post. Now a 3-on-2 the other way. Centering pass off a skate. Sliding block by Hewitt, and he gloves it aside. Tie up in the corner. Down goes, I believe, Olivieri on top of the puck. And now a real scrum. The puck's underneath him as he continues to do battle with Dylan Burns, the Mansfield, Mass native, and Vermont Catamount. And then finally we get a whistle. Referee's had enough. 3:11 to go in the second. 1-0, Engineers leading. This is one of the bigger crowds seen here for an ACHA game. Of course, this Vermont Catamount team, I'm sure, has some of them. Although I do see a good amount of red and black and white, so that's good to see as well. Yeah, the RPI club group, Jeff Morris, the assistant coaches, and a professor here at RPI, Keeps all kinds of stats. Very in-depth. I just don't have them in front of me, and they're not live, as far as I know. We'll get them to you, as well as I mentioned, the goal that was scored. It was Olivieri on the power play. Have to imagine, at least from DeVault and maybe Hennick. That's just a guess. Here's Mannion in, centering off the side of the net. Maybe a shot, maybe trying to bank it off the goaltender. Didn't work out. Mannion once more. Back to the point here, Bibby. Indirect back to Mannion. Mannion centering pass, swept at, but it was poked away. And now moved out to center, a 2-on-1. Here come the Catamounts. Gelino, shot blocked by a sliding Bibby, who's been impressive here in his RPI ACHA debut. Back comes Richardson all by himself, 1-on-3, wristed on goal, easy stick save, kick to the corner. He'll just tip it back below the goal line and allow the Engineers to set up their forecheck. Long lead pass into the zone, slap shot over the top. That one had a little bit of knuckle to it from Levinsky, but he missed the net. Shot right back in. Egri can't control, played behind by Rooney. Spinning with it at center ice and shooting it all the way down was Zeman. And William Zeman, the freshman, 5'9", 180, ices the puck here. Zeman out of Ridgefield, Connecticut. And a whistle, we'll do this again. Behind the net is Rooney. Nearly got his stick caught in the Zamboni door, but he does work it to the wall, trying to give it back to him. It's cleared out to center. Not how you draw it up, but does the job. Minute 17 to go in the period. Foster up the wall. Foster poking at it, keeps it alive in the neutral zone. Centering pass. Puck was in the air. Nicholas tried to take a swing at it and missed it. Kept in the zone, however. Tipped on goal. Rebound cleared all the way down. Will it be icing? Yes, it will. 48 seconds to go in the period. A couple chances there for Vermont. Engineers don't want to get too complacent here late in this period. Hockey's a funny game. You can never take your foot off the accelerator. Especially in the last minute or two of a period. Want to finish strong. Vermont trying to equalize. Now it's Hewitt dangling through his own zone. Works it up the wall. A little bit too far. Big time hit at center ice. And now a chance to break in. Hennick makes a move with a pass. Maybe a pass never got to Foster. Back out to center. That crushing hit was thrown by Bobby Trudeau, the freshman. As he just laid into the Catamount there. Trudeau out of Norton, Mass. Hennick fired it all the way across through DeVault. A little too much steam on that one. Up to center it goes. Hewitt just shoots it cross ice where it's knocked out of the air and played back the other way by Vermont. Into the zone, onside. Shot would not have counted as it came just after the horn. That was Venezia with the attempt there. So RPI picks up the only goal so far. Came from Louis Olivieri as his first of the year. We'll have full goal stats there. The assists and all, plus shots through 2 periods before we start the third. Here's once again your score here after 2 in the ACHA opener here at the Houston Fieldhouse. It's RPI 1 and Vermont nothing. Third period just about set here to get underway. RPI and Vermont. Been a barn burner so far, 1-0. The Engineers leading on last year's goal scoring leader. Louis Olivieri's first goal of the season. Had a chance to go back and look at the goal thanks to our folks here at RPI TV. Get you the official scoring on the play. Olivieri from, as the shot comes in on Egri, he makes a glove stop right above pad level. Olivieri with an assist to Adam Hennick. And Kyle DeVault. There's a puck deflected into the corner. Tap back to the point. Vermont keeps it in for a moment. Well, good effort to keep it alive again. That's blocked. His shot blocked again. Hewitt trying to scoop it out to center. It's played behind the goal. Picked up by Rooney, carried out to center. Kyle DeVault moving in, wrister right on, and a save by Earl. Both goaltenders have been good, as you might expect from the scoreline so far. 56 seconds into the third period. And now a 3-on-1 chance. The shot goes wide. Off the stick and Naylor all the way out to center. Mannion trying to track it down. He's beaten to the puck, however, with some help. Piotrowski. He'll pick it up now. Give it away. Shot coming. Smith tipped off a stick. Glove down again by Smith behind the goal. Now Jordan Smith tried to knock that one down. Picked up by Bibby, threw it off a skate. Smith again just chipping up the wall. Richardson. Tap between his legs by Mannion. He goes down. Puck was there. We play on. Kept in the zone, maybe no. Out of the zone, shot back in by Smith. Engineers need to touch up, they do. Catamounts now to center. Vines. Slap back into the zone on the backhand by Mannion. Slowed up by Cam Earl, the Vermont goaltender. Engineers did have one shutout last year. Came against Bryant University on October 18th as the last shutout by this club. And they have 17:38 to go. In a 1-0 game here, of course, they'd like to add to that. Shots were 22-17 after 2 in favor of RPI. Nat Foster lost the draw for the Engineers. Swept into the zone as Vermont wants to make a full change. Trudeau. We've seen him lay the wood here. He does it again. Have to imagine he will lead the team in the hits by the end of this season. Puck out to center. Slammed back in wide of the RPI net. Diving poke check by Hewitt. Didn't get it. Corralled by Nicholas. To the circle. Shot trickles wide. Played back to the point between the two defensemen and all the way down. Earl will feed it ahead quickly for Heil. All the way down, they wave off the icing. Rooney connects with DeVault. Center ice on to Hennick. Stick handling into the zone. Takes a hit and goes down. Olivieri. Stolen away by Vines. And a good connection to center ice. Nicholas one-on-one here. Good poke check there, and then he blew a tire. Agner poked the puck away, and Nicholas went down. Not entirely related to one another, as it's shot right back in. Bibby to DeVault at his own blue line. Ahead for Hennick once more. This time he'll elect to dump it in. First one to it would be Heel. Played behind the cage. Robichon. Battle at the side of the net. Venezia gets it out to center, now racing into the zone. Come the Catamounts. Collision in front of the cage, knocked into the goal was Egri, and the faceoff will stay in the zone. They'll say it was an engineer that went into him. It was Egner running into Egri. Now they're discussing where the faceoff is going to go. One of our referees pointed, put his stop sign hand up to the RPI bench saying you can't change. But they're being allowed to change anyway. Now they're talking about it. Would indicate that it was an RPI player that forced the net off. They're letting the Engineers change, and they're keeping the puck face off in the zone. And that, well, that's past my knowledge of hockey officiating rules. They probably got it right. I just don't know. Mannion spinning around in the neutral zone. Drops it back for Rooney. Rooney into the offensive end. Pulls it back. Takes a shot blocker save. Puck to the corner. Trying to clear. Smith trying to keep it in the zone. We have a boarding call upcoming. Mannion with a blind backhand. We're going to get a touch up, and now a little bit of extra between Smith, and he has to be careful here not to take a penalty himself. Jordan Smith, the freshman, who was the victim of the hit, will now not take a second penalty. Will be a power play here for RPI. They scored on the man advantage back in the second period. Louis Olivieri with the goal. It's going to be a boarding call. It'll go on number 88. And I don't have, unfortunately, a number 88 in front of me. Mike Hayden. Listed also as 14 here, but we'll go with 88. So Hayden in the box for a board. And the Engineers to the man advantage, slapping it out near side block all the way down. Egri will stop it up behind the goal. Austin Egri has been solid so far here today. Engineers went 15-12-1 last year. Looking to try to pick up a win on opening night here. Egri out of Buffalo, New York. A junior. As I mentioned, just played in the 3 games last year, went 2-1. Liam McBain, who would be a sophomore this year, well, he's a sophomore, but not on the ACHA club any longer. Recently called up by varsity head coach Seth Appert to be the 3rd goaltender. The 3 goalies for the varsity team: Chase Perry, Cam Hackett, and now McBain. Perry played for Colorado College for a year and went back to juniors. Now he's back at the collegiate level with RPI in his first year with the Engineers. I believe sophomore eligibility. Hackett, a sophomore, so 3 sophomores, if you will, on the varsity team. 3 goalies on the roster here as well for RPI. Ranger Beglin, J.J. Stadler, a freshman, and Egri. We have a whistle here and a penalty. It's going to be a slash. It comes with 5 seconds left in the Vermont penalty to Hayden. And this time it's going to be Levinsky. So we got 5 seconds of 5-on-3 man advantage time for the Engineers. Makes this draw ever so crucial. They want to try and take advantage. Either way, they want to keep the puck in the zone. Mannion on the draw for RPI up against Nicholas. Fed towards the net. Mannion trying to track it down in the corner. Out of the box is Hayden. We're back now to 5-on-4 hockey. Shot was blocked. Diving play by Hewitt keeps it alive. Kicked at by Mannion. Spinning puck can't control off the glove of Hewitt. Nicholas and Hewitt go into the sideboards. And the Catamounts have it, and they'll like to just fire it down. Knocked out of the air by Ambry in towards goal. Inadvertently on his own net, but easily steered aside by Agree. Minute and a half to go in this RPI power play, which has yet to get going. Flung down ice all the way. Egri will try and slow it up. Has some pressure. Elects to play with the goaltender stick. Nearly gave it away, now does. Nicholas shot deflected wide by Hewitt before it could get to goal. And now he'll stick handle. Josh Hewitt leading the rush up ice. Senior out of Plainfield, New Hampshire. Backhanded wide, a goal by Richardson. Now DeVault, slap shot coming. Glove save made by Earl. And he holds on. 12:10 to play in the third. Still 1-0 Engineers. 53 seconds left on the RPI power play. Penalty to number 2, Nick Levinsky from Burlington. That one whistled wide. I don't think Earl saw it on the try by Bibby from the blue line. There was plenty of traffic in front. Now Hennick again to the near wall. DeVault gives it back to Hennick, driving the net off the paddle of the stick that was laid along the ice by Earl. Centering pass all the way through. DeVault, wrister, nice block there. Coming across was Naylor to make the play. Now DeVault to the point for Bibby. Bibby, a wrister off the side of the cage. Robichaud trying to clear it out far side, gets it by one man, and now Naylor calling for the puck as Robichaud had to wait for it. 2-on-2 into the zone. Wrist shot coming, rebound loose in the slot, and it's cleared away by the Engineers who skate back the other way. 3-on-2 on the power play, and a whistle, and they blow it dead for offside with 1 second left on the RPI man advantage. Good end-to-end action here. It was the Catamounts shorthanded. But the big rebound off the shot by Robichaud turned into a 3-on-2 the other way, but the Engineers couldn't quite stay on side. Now we have another penalty, no. It put 2 more minutes on the board, but I don't believe that's on purpose. There's 1 second left on the penalty, now it's over. Levinsky out, back to 5 aside, pass behind him, and all the way down the ice. A little bit of miscommunication there will turn into an icing on Vermont. Engineers are back in action tomorrow. They host Sacred Heart here at the Houston Fieldhouse. RPI beat Vermont last year in the second game of the year. 4-2. And they tied Sacred Heart at home 5-5 last season. Catamounts clear to center. Hewitt flipping it back into the zone. Tracked down there by Nathan Marsh for Vermont. A lot of pressure, they gave it away. Jordan Smith behind the goal for Richardson. He's pinned against the wall by Marsh. Smith comes to help out now. Now Smith tried to center, deflected in the air. Pinching up the boards is Rooney. Block behind the cage, now to the corner. Still block. Through center. Karam's off a couple of sticks, but no one can control. Back into the RPI zone it goes. David Wollemer. That shot hit his skate, hit Wollemer. On the attempt by Vaughn from the blue line. Side of the net, Hennick trying to clear and does all the way down. It'll be wide of the goal and icing. As soon as we get a whistle, and there it is. 10:04 to play in the third. 1-0 RPI and a second period goal by Louis Olivieri. A power play tally from Adam Hennick and Kyle DeVault. I thank everyone for joining us here on this fine Saturday evening in Troy, New York. Beautiful weather we've been having. It's cooled off a bit, but many are happy with that. Feels a little more like hockey weather. Here's Hewitt. Behind the goal, goes down, trying to reach for it from his bottom. Could not. Catamounts to center. Good back check there by Trudeau. And now poked free, away from the onrushing Nicholas, and then almost given away by Hewitt. Hewitt hitting the corner. A little bit slow to get up, but we play on. To the point, can't quite control. Vaught couldn't keep it in the zone. Now Robichaud. Egri has his feet tangled up. Engineers trying to clear. A little bit haphazard right now from RPI, but they do clear the zone. Jumping on it here and looking to move is Bibby. He'll move it into the zone by himself. Takes a hit from Vaught. Puck comes loose. Robichaud trying to wrap it around near side. Kept in by Egner. Chip back out to center, where Nat Foster shoots it right back in. 6:45 to go in the third. A tightly contested game. Between these two SECHL clubs. Or excuse me, no, Vermont not in the league, I beg your pardon. Either way, it's been a fun one. And I meant 8:20, I said 6, I was wrong again. Egner trying to work it out far side. Bibby played behind, referee is tangled up with one of the Catamounts on the far side, that's Sullivan. Backhanded out to center. Move right back in by Marsh. Egri stops it there. Work to the far side wall. Hennick scooping to center. Knocked down once more. This time it's block. Loose at center ice. Carried in by Sullivan. Hayden took a bump, works it to the point. Worked up the wall by Block. All the way around to the corner it goes. Back behind into the near corner. Glove down at the blue line by Block. He kept it in the zone. Olivieri back for Bibby. He'll take a look up ice, skate to the neutral zone, cross the red line, and shoot it in. Picked up here by Samuel Francis. And a near giveaway there, but the Catamounts keep it high off the glass to center. Here's Rooney. Cross ice feed. Hewitt shoots it right in on goal. Helped aside by Earl, the Vermont goaltender. Trying to move it out to center, knocked down, but second effort gets it out. And now Smith trying to push it in to the zone. He was knocked down and lost the puck. Back comes Francis. Good back check by Mannion. Steal the puck away. Puck out to center. Helped on further by Mannion. Glove down by Robichaud. And he'll shoot it back into the RPI zone, right onto the tape of Rooney, who will just flip it back the other way. And they will blow this one dead for icing. It was a close play as Vaught was in the vicinity. Let's say a true effort would not have gotten to the puck in time. Six and a half to go in the third. Still 1-0 RPI. This one deflects in on goal, and Egri does a nice job to cover. He knocked it down with the blocker and got that big left-hand paw on top of the puck to freeze it. Engineers will make a full change here. After tomorrow's game against Sacred Heart, the Engineers will travel to William Patterson for their first SECHL game of the season. So DeVault trying to skate back the other way. Just a one-game weekend next weekend, Saturday, against the Pioneers. Puck out to center. Flipped high in the air to the near side. Not sure who the intended target was, but the Catamounts moving out to center, now into the offensive zone. Shot and a save. Rebound put wide. Levinsky had the initial try, and then there was a big old pileup behind the goal afterwards. Shot was blocked. Olivieri trying to jump on it here. Louis Olivieri driving in. Good defensive play by Robichaud. Then put on his own goal by Vaughn. Just when Earl thought he was out of danger, his own teammate put one on goal. Earl didn't want to cover. He wanted play to continue. See if the Catamounts could break the other way. Could not, at least with numbers, as play does continue as we come up on 5 minutes to go in this one. There's a giveaway in the neutral zone. Picked up Hewitt, backhand off the glass. Kept in nicely along the far wall by Ferguson. Catamounts back to center. It's going to be blocked. Across for Vines. Into the zone, shot right on, easy stop, and no rebound allowed by Egri. He will hold on. Blocked there, kept in the zone. Right to Rooney, however, who feeds it out to center. Finding Mannion. Up the wall. Smith in. Looking to center all the way through, and back out to center it goes. Shot over the top from a tight angle. Off the stick of Vines. Catamounts keep it in. 4 to go. Rooney. Stick handling. He'll backhand it down low. Ferguson. Oh, dangerous play there. Engineers can't turn it into anything. Good hit by Mannion. Keeps the play alive along the wall. Trying to glove it out of the zone was Ferguson. And now a long outlet pass squeaks by everybody. Bibby, the first one to it for RPI, takes a hit from Nicholas. Nicholas, side of the net. Loose in front. Poke free. It was Egner, just kind of held it there, maybe for a little bit too long. He was nearly pried off his stick. But no shot attempt. And they whistled this one down, a late icing call. But probably a correct one. 3:12 to go. RPI women's hockey got its season started this afternoon. They beat Maine 3-1. Men's hockey, as I mentioned, the varsity club does not start play until a week from tomorrow. They take on McGill in an exhibition game here at the Houston Fieldhouse before they open their regular season on the road at Maine. Centering pass in the slot. Wrist shot blocked. Looked like they would have had a chance there. Hayden thought he had some space between the dots, but his shot was blocked by the RPI defense. To the point, Robichaud. That one hit the shin pad of DeVault. Engineers in a defensive mode right now. You don't want to get too defensive, although not, as I say that, Hennig tried to break out, nearly given away. Shot from beyond the circle went wide, and now a shot from the near side by DeVault was sticked away by Earl. 2.5 to go. Richardson tried to glove it down but couldn't. And out to center comes Venezia. Stops at the goal line extended. Tied up and hauled down by Bibby. Now a centering pass, Fandon, kept alive at the point. DeVault takes a bump from behind by Francis. DeVault using the net as a screen. A bit some help from Bibby. But it's Richardson now carrying to center and just chipping it in. Under 2 to go in regulation. 1-0 RPI leading Vermont here. Two on two, they come. Paquette drop pass off the skates of Gelino. And now it's pushed along by Rooney. Tyler Gelino from Marblehead, Massachusetts, tied up along the boards with Rooney, and now with Richardson. As I mentioned, Richardson now playing forward. He was a defenseman for his first 2 seasons here. As RPI will be happy with the puck along the wall. That one shot came, it deflects wide. Off the board, center ice, race for the puck. Mannion trying to get there. And they're going to blow this one down for icing, and Mannion not happy about it. He thought it was an even race. That was pretty close as well. Robichaud may have had the inside shoulder on him. That's probably why they blew it dead. That's why they made hybrid icing. To save possible collisions like that. Of course, you make Robichaud work for it a bit, but I think they got the call right there. Manny's not going to be happy about hearing that if he ends up watching this one back, but that's just going to have to do. .59 to go. Timeout taken by the Catamounts. We'll see if they pull Earl right off the bat. There's going to be a face-off in the RPI zone. So I would guess they would go straight to the extra attacker here. Maybe wait till they win the draw? Not sure. He could be standing at the blue line. See if they can get it deep. It's been a good one so far. Just the 1 goal in it. Louis Olivieri with the tally. Power play goal from Hennick and DeVault. That's been it. Came in the second period. Here we go, extra attacker on. 6 skaters for the Catamounts. That one deflects towards goal, still loose there. Kick back to the point. Another slap shot goes way wide from Robichaud. Clearing effort, poke job by Olivieri, got it out of the zone. Now knocked loose by Smith. There's an empty net, but he can't find the puck. Olivieri can't pick it up. Again, it's Smith who had a crack, but it's Vermont with it. Cross ice feed into the zone. Levinsky kept in, yes, no. To the applause of the RPI fans here, but Nicholas cannot believe they blew that one down for offside. Very close play at the blue line. Not going to even give you what I thought it was. I have no idea. If it was out, it was less than the width of the puck out of the zone. Tipped into the RPI end once more. Shot back out by Rooney. 20 seconds to go. Kicked at by Olivieri. He'll just spin it all the way down. Not what you want there. It's going to be icing on RPI, and maybe a misplay here will allow Vermont to try and set something up. Really, Olivieri can go anywhere but there with the puck. But now he'll have a chance to redeem himself in the face-off circle. Olivieri to take the draw against Nicholas. 11.6 seconds to go. 1-0 is the RPI lead. Tied up on the dot, poked free, helped to center with 7. DeVault has an empty net. DeVault walking in, he scores! Kyle DeVault ices this one with his first of the year. An empty net goal. I believe it's going to be unassisted. He had 12 goals last season and a team high 28 assists for 26 assists, 38 points. Those 38 points were best on the club. And so it's Louis and Kyle getting the job done here as they did for much of last season. The top 2-point getters here get the first 2 goals of the year, and it's a shutout for Austin Egri as he is mobbed by his teammates. A 2-0 victory for the RPI ACHA team here on opening night. Plenty to be excited about. Lots of good young players, lots of freshmen on this club. A few more did not play tonight. Some injuries kept a few of the newcomers out of the lineup. But the group that was out there did a heck of a job here against Vermont in a 2-0 win. As I mentioned, the first shutout by an RPI team since last October 18th against Bryant. 3-0 with also here at the Houston Fieldhouse. So for everybody here at RPI TV, my name is Perry Lascaris. I'd like to thank you all for watching tonight's game. Once again, your final score was the Engineers 2 and the Catamounts 0. This has been RPI ACHA Hockey on RPI TV.